The 2010s saw many iterations of Batman, boosting his popularity to an even more remarkable standard than what it already was at. Most Bat fans are used to a dark and gritty version of the Caped Crusader, such as Christopher Nolan's trilogy, Batman the Animated Series, and the Arkham series. However, Batman is no stranger to a more fantastical iteration, such as Adam West's Batman, along with the unforgettable, and in my opinion, #1 Batman show, Batman Brave and the Bold. This show had a more satirical approach to the character, involving characters mostly from the Silver Age. The show doesn't just focus on Batman, it has a wide range of characters, like Aquaman, Green Arrow, Plastic Man, Blue Beetle, Red Tornado, Superman, Wonder Woman, and some of the iconic villains like Joker, Catwoman, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Gorilla Grodd, Poison Ivy, and Black Mask. It takes a lot to say all of that list. There are many points to why the show, in my opinion, is peak. I think that the show has many good portions to it. The comedy...
Wait, are you two flirting?
Oh, always trying to declaw me, Batman. Which is why I must clip your wings. Permanently.
Not if I collar you first.
You are! You're flirting! Flirterers!
The characters, even the music. Some of the episodes are just unforgettable. The episode where Batmite accidentally gives his fifth dimensional powers to the Joker instead of Batman while they're dueling it out is my favorite episode. We get to see Joker using his mystical powers to kill Batman in every other way. Batman eventually tricks Joker into entering his mind, bringing the battlefield onto his own domain. He helps realize that Joker is nobody without Batman, capturing the essence of the two characters in duology very well. It's moments like these that show you don't need a dark and gritty version of Batman to teach the important morals and lessons of him. The character can still be satirical without ruining his motives. An episode where the Batman mythos really shines is where Batman finally captures the culprit that killed his parents, Joe Chill. When he tracks Joe Chill down, we see him unmask himself, something he actually never does throughout the whole series. The series follows Batman, not Bruce Wayne. We never get a chance to see Bruce in his full form. We only see him during this scene, and some others. This emphasizes the importance of the scene, showing that Batman is serious now. He's contrasting the goofy role and mood of the show. We then see Batman interact with the Phantom Stranger and the Spectre. The Phantom Stranger represents justice, and the Spectre represents chaos. Sort of like an angel and devil on the shoulder dynamic. Finally, at the climax of this episode, when Joe Chill gets confronted by Batman, we can see that he has a big decision. In the end, the Caped Crusader of course chooses justice, as this is what he stands for. He lets Joe Chill go instead of murdering him. A good touch on this is that the Phantom Stranger is actually voiced by Kevin Conroy, and Spectre is voiced by Mark Hamill, the two iconic voices of Batman and Joker. It's a nice touch they brought back the original cast of the Batman animated series. However, the best part of this episode is when Joe Chill reveals that he knows Batman's identity as Bruce Wayne. Tells all the supervillains that he killed Bruce Wayne's parents and that's why he's Batman. The villains obviously get angry at him because he's the reason that Batman exists. He created Batman, so he gets a lesson taught to him. The dramatic scenes aren't the only good scenes. Ironically enough, the music in the show is incredible. The episode with the Music Meister, a villain who tries to take over the world with the magic of his voice, he got bullied in the past because of his voice, pushing him to get revenge in the world with his voice. The scene where he announces his presence has him hiding in the shadows while he watches the duel between Aquaman, Green Arrow, Black Canary, and the villains Black Manta, Gorilla Grodd, and Clock King. He first takes control over Black Manta by making him singing his words and his threats to Black Canary. Initially, everybody's confused by this, but then they all realize this is all a trance from Music Meister. This episode does a beautiful job at incorporating a lesser known villain, something that this show really does a lot. It also involves all the other characters in the show, which is ironic because most Batman shows just focus on him. I mean, he is the name of the show after all. But this show does it different. This show shows that when you're out of your element, sometimes you need help from others. It's not a bad thing to realize that you don't need to be alone in your crusade and you sometimes do need help. Something that only an older Batman would know, which is why this Batman is actually in his mid-40s. This allows him to be a mentor to a lot of the other characters and paving the way for a younger generation. Something that really goes close to home for me because this was the first Batman show I ever watched. This was how I got introduced to the character alongside the Arkham series, and this is why it's my favorite show. It shows that Batman isn't just a gritty and dark guy. He's a symbol for justice and somebody who aims to eradicate evil from this world. Somebody kids should look up to, and somebody I did when I was a kid. The amount of toys I bought from this show was insane. I loved every second of the show, from the start to the finish. From the comedic episodes of Batmite and Batman's interactions to the serious and gritty mood of the Joe Chill episode. from the loud music from the Music Monster episode to the end, where everything cuts to silent and we get a pan over all the characters in the show, encapsulating the essence of the show. Batman is the center of the DC universe, and all these other heroes are also a part of it. We should be able to explore all of them equally, which is what the Batman Brave and the Bold show did for me. His final words are the most fitting for the show, and I think a really good send-off. So?
And until we meet again, boys and girls, know that wherever evil lurks, in all its myriad forms, I'll be there with the hammers of justice to fight for decency and defend the innocent. Good night.